Welcome to Piece of History.
Okay, so picture this, a huge, bustling city, absolutely thriving, thousands of years before Rome was even a thing. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on one of history's most advanced and honestly, most mysterious cities, Mohenjo Daro. It's kind of a wild question, isn't it? We're so often taught that the ancient world was, well, primitive. But today we're looking at a civilization that just completely shatters that idea. A place that basically perfected city living back when places like London and Paris were just fields and forests. So our journey actually starts not way back in the past, but in the 20th century, out on the plains of the Indus River in what is now Pakistan. For literally millennia, the ghost of this incredible city was just sleeping under the dirt, waiting for someone to find it.
To really get your head around this, just think, this city was booming for 700 years. That's at the same time the Great Pyramids were going up in Egypt. And then, poof, silence. For nearly 4,000 years, it was just gone, wiped from history.
And this is where the story gets really interesting. An archaeologist, Artie Banerjee, he was checking out what he thought was just an old Buddhist monument. But the things he was digging up, these ancient seals, strange tools, they told a completely different story. He realized he wasn't just on the site of a monastery, he was standing on top of an entire lost world.
So as the archaeologists dug deeper, the sheer scale of what they were finding was just staggering. This wasn't some little village, nope. This was a massive, brilliantly planned city, a true masterpiece of ancient design. And just look at how incredibly modern this all feels. I mean, a perfect grid of streets? Some cities today can't even get that right. They had covered sewers, public wells in every neighborhood, and get this, they even had standardized, mass-produced bricks. This level of organization was pure intentional genius. And all this incredible engineering wasn't just for show. It was built to support a massive population. At its peak, we think around 40,000 people lived here, which made Mohenjo Daro a real ancient superpower. So the big picture here is that Mohenjo Daro wasn't just old, it was revolutionary. It completely rewrote the rules for what was possible, for how people could live together and organize themselves. It was literally a blueprint for the future.
But, a city is so much more than just bricks and pipes. It's about the people. And the artifacts they left behind, well, they paint this incredibly vivid picture of who these people were, their culture, their beliefs, and their everyday lives.
For example, check out the Great Bath. Was it just a community pool? No way. This massive, perfectly waterproof structure was an engineering marvel in itself, and it was probably the very heart of the city's spiritual and social world, a place where everyone came together. So, who was in charge of all this? Well, the answer might be staring right back at us from this famous statue. They call him the Priest King. Just look at that calm, confident expression. It really suggests a complex society with powerful leaders who held both religious and political authority. And their art? Oh, it was just as incredible as their engineering. Take a look at the Dancing Girl. This tiny bronze statue is just bursting with energy and personality. It was made using a really advanced technique called lost wax casting, which just goes to show how skilled they were with metal. This isn't just an object, it's a little window into a lively, creative culture.
So you've got amazing art, trade networks that reached all the way to Mesopotamia, and even standardized weights and measures for business. It all points to a remarkably sophisticated society. But there's one huge piece of the puzzle we just can't crack. They had a written language. You can see it on thousands of these little seals. But to this day, we have absolutely no idea what it said.
Okay, so why should we care about this ancient city that's been buried for thousands of years? Well, because the story of Mohenjo Daro isn't just about the past. In a way, it's about us. Its global importance is so huge that it's officially a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And that's not just some fancy label. It's a promise from the entire world to protect this incredible place as a treasure that belongs to all of humanity. And Mohenjo Daro really earned that honor. Why? Because it's maybe the best preserved example we have of an early city. It's like a perfectly sealed time capsule from the very dawn of urban living.
But for all we've learned, the city holds on to one last profound secret. After centuries of incredible success, the story just stops. Abruptly. Silently.
I mean, just try to imagine it. A city of 40,000 people, a center of innovation and culture, just empty, gone. Did the climate change? Did the river that gave them life turn against them? Or did something else happen? We just don't know. The people vanished and the city fell silent forever.
And that, right there, is the legacy of Mohenjo Daro. It's both this amazing instruction manual for how to build a civilization and a chilling reminder of just how fragile it can all be. It leaves us with a pretty big question. What can we learn from their incredible success, and what warnings are hiding in the silence of their collapse?